3 years ago, we set out to learn how to grow and preserve our own food.
This Choctaw pecan, we want to think about the fact that it's probably going to get up to 40 to 60 feet.
Oh, wow.
We took it step by step and season by season.
I can see so many little cucumbers ready to poke up through the dirt.
Looks good.
It looks great.
Look at this guy compared to these guys.
It tastes so fresh.
We've had many successes that have filled our table.
That's
Look
awesome.
how much basil. My most proud harvest this year.
And there were many lessons that taught us what it was really like to work with the land.
I don't even know what these are. I have no idea. Like, I feel like I didn't label my peppers at all properly this year.
We're gonna do a lot right this year.
This is supposed to be simple. Gonna get simpler with it, everyone. Has to rebuild whole garden.
I know.
They've received so much damage this year, these tomatoes. Like from the windstorms, and now the trellis coming through, and the not being properly staked. They're taking a beating. I feel bad for them. I'm upset that I don't quite have the time available to dedicate to maintaining a garden of this size, so there'll be definitely some adjustments before next year.
Now in our 4th growing season, we're taking our biggest leap yet toward true self-sufficiency. We're growing more than ever before, testing new methods and pushing ourselves to truly rely less on grocery stores. Here's the first of many mushrooms we are going to be growing in this thing. I love it. This thing's a beautiful system. This year isn't about perfection. It's about progress, harvest, and seeing just how far we can go. Watch out, Doc. This is the year we put everything we've learned to the test. Can we turn knowledge into nourishment?
This week, we embark on a journey, one rooted in patience, persistence, and the quiet hope that our efforts will provide for us until the next planting season. And the first step to any great journey is the simplest: planting a seed. We started seeds for both our garden and our hydroponic system, setting in motion the delicate dance between time and nature. So anything that's a leafy green and a few herbs are going to be going into our indoor hydroponic garden. These little plants have to get like this big before they can go in there. They'll go in water first, in sponges, which I'll show you here in a second. This is the hydroponic setup, and this is arugula that I did yesterday, and this is the chard that we just put in this evening, and I still have basil and lettuce that's ready to go. And this will each be a different green, and we're going to try to grow these all inside in water. This will be our first year trying to do a hydroponic garden, so I'm eager to see how it's going to turn out and how well it works compared to, you know, putting the plants right in the soil. I've had not much luck over the past years of keeping plants alive in the house, so this is going to be a challenge. I'm feeling, though, optimistic about this year because I did get heating pads. I think I got the right soil. I got lights, grow lights, and I think I need to get one more small little greenhouse, but I think we're going to have success. To work with the land is to listen to its needs. And that's where our good friend Carrie, the permaculture specialist, comes in. He taught us
with this much slope, we've got a gentle slope. We're not too steep. This is an appropriate grade for putting in swales. So for folks who are new to swales, this is part of water capture, and this is a tree planting system. A swale is basically a ditch that follows the contour of the land. The swale itself, it will kind of snake as it follows the contour. By following the contour, we achieve the objective of keeping the basin of the swale level. This is rather important.
And what is the purpose of a swale for?
So the swale is going to sink, spread, and kind of collect water and get it underground where the root systems of all these plants and trees that are already here and the ones we'll add can get to it better.
What are the rocks for?
It's just making me use less mulch by just creating a barrier. That way I can just kind of sprinkle, I get it on and it coats the cardboard down, and then we can plant the strawberries all the way down. Look at that red bug. What is that?
Oh, it looks like a strawberry.
It does, right?
Better not eat my strawberries. Better be friend.
Not foe.
This swale will be one of 2 that are designed to naturally manage water flow in our food forest, ensuring the land stays nourished when the rains come.
So maybe I should be putting gloves on.
No!
We're digging up all of our strawberries we planted a few years ago because we're getting ready to take down this tree. With the rotting wood, this place has become infested with fire ants and it just destroys our strawberries every year. Plus, it's hard to get in there and pick them, so we're going to transfer them over to that swell berm that I built the other day.
Not just for their sweet harvest, but for their roots to help stabilize the swale. Every element working together to build a self-sustaining system that brings us one step closer to independence from the grocery store.
Prepping the garden beds felt like preparing a home, a place for life to take root.
What are you doing in my garden bed?
Near our small pond, we cleared away the wild tangle of the past season, making way for irises in need of a new space to thrive.
So I currently have a basket of iris bulbs here, and the basket has disintegrated and the bulbs have grown into the ground. So I'm gonna remove those and bring them over to the pond area, try to give them a better life.
Got him.
Thank you. Let's go before everybody gets in up over their heads. Plopping in some sage. This is my first year out of 3 getting sage seeds to germinate, and we're looking at a 77% germination rate with this batch.
Heck yeah.
I know it. I think we're onto something. In any garden, there are those that come uninvited. We had suspected a small visitor was feasting on our sprouts, so we set up a camera to see if we could catch her in the act. And sure enough,
Got us a humane trap. You can get into our baby sprouts tonight, mouse.
no, you're not. I mean, you might get some before you get in there, but I hope cheese is more enticing.
We got her.
She's in there.
Try to get to our seedlings again,
I'm so sorry, sweet mama mouse.
but you're being rehomed.
Could she get you, Trembly? Are you scared of her?
Come on, Reggie.
You're free.
Reggie, come on.
Turn around. Protecting our food from wildlife is proving it will be a challenge this year, but we will stay vigilant while doing our best to maintain respect for the animals living among us. There she goes. Oh, she ran that way.
All right, I appreciate you calling. I'm on my way. Not all of our rescue work this week was with plants. We also rescued a dog named Fred.
So we have encountered a dog that is in desperate need of some help, so we are taking a break and on our way to see what we can do.
Fred had mostly spent his days wandering the neighborhood, and one of his neighbors had noticed his health start to decline, so we stepped up and offered to take him to the vet.
He's just tired. It's okay, buddy. You carried. I know.
Give me and I'll carry him. Lay down, buddy.
He's like, this table's not that comfortable. I know it, buddy.
So we just got the test results back. He's negative for heartworm, but does have Ehrlichia and Lyme's disease, so that and tapeworm. So that explains why he's definitely not feeling well. Time to go home. Good news.
Back in a week. Fred doesn't have the strength to make the hill. Hear him wheezing a bit. Poor guy.
Once we got him home, we treated him for the ticks, gave him his first dose of the medicine, and began the path to helping Fred heal.
You ready for some breakfast? You ready for some breakfast, Fred? While Fred was resting, we continued on our path to food independence. Growing food requires rigorous planning. Each plant its place and each plant its purpose. Mugwort, a plant with spirit as strong as its scent, found a permanent home this week. So we're moving our potted mugwort from the garden bed over to near the pond, which is where we originally wanted to put it. The reason that we're putting it in the space that we're putting it is because we want to try to keep as much light out of the pond to keep algae from growing. So we're going to plant the stuff that grows taller on the side where the sun is most of the day.
This is just a little garden pond, but
Yeah, just a little garden pond. It's just a little decorative thing, but
that is root bound. I don't know if we can.
Look at that.
Can we save this?
I don't. Yeah, look at it. It's growing. I mean, we're not going to be able to separate those roots. That is a solid root. One thing we've noticed about mugwort is you can't really kill it.
This is a little compost that we made a few years ago. Took manure and made hot compost. A 30-day compost?
Yeah, our 30-day compost that took the whole year. I have no doubt that this plant is just going to start thriving.
I'm sure it will. I hope it does because...
Right, we like it, the medicinal properties of this one.
Watered.
It's nice seeing the garden come to life.
Yeah.
Start to come to life.
Doing little things makes it happy as you see it start to come back together because it was looking rough for a while.
I know. I now smile when I see it.
All right, Fred. It's really hard to watch him suffer like this.
I know
His
it.
breathing is so labored. He hasn't pooped yet.
No, he hasn't pooped yet, and that's kind of what we're waiting on, but we don't want him to get too tired. Sounds like his lungs and heart are working really hard just to keep him standing up. You say hi, Fred, today? I do. Hello. Fred loves to bow his head for head scratches. And this morning we had full butt wiggles instead of just the tail, huh, Fred? He didn't eat all his breakfast, as you can see, so we're kind of monitoring that. But this is a higher protein food, and he's not real active, so. Shh. You don't want to work him up now. Be good. We've also been doing a deep dive into the world of fungi, slowly learning the ins and outs of managing a fruiting chamber. Dialing in the humidity, airflow, lighting, and timing.
Apart from cleaning it, one thing I'm doing different this time is I'm putting a filter on the air intake. Hopefully that helps catch anything before it goes into the grow tent fruiting chamber.
It's taken a bit of trial and error, but the results are starting to show. On top of that, Sean's been diving even deeper. He's currently taking a course on fungi to better understand the science behind what we're growing.
Welcome to the fungal ecology course.
So we've been getting all those mushroom supplies to grow mushrooms, and this year I'm really taking it seriously. So I've been taking this course with Fungi Academy. Our affiliate link to them's in the description below, which it's a course that's really easy to understand for me. The videos are put together great, and I'm actually learning a lot already. We're not going to fail at growing mushrooms this year. We're going to have all the information. I'm going to learn, and we're going to do this right. So, but if you're interested in learning about mushrooms, I highly recommend it because these videos are actually pretty fun. They're so well produced, and the information is really easy to digest. I know if we're going to truly attain food independence, we're going to have to try growing different things, not just vegetables or the things that we're growing in the food forest. And mushrooms is something that both Jess and I have always had an interest in, and we can potentially grow them all year long with the tent inside, as well as, you know, logs out in the forest. So there's a bunch of different ways we could grow them, but I think that'll really add just another sustainable food source for us.
He even had the opportunity to tour the North Spore factory up in Maine, which is where we get a lot of our mushroom blocks and supplies.
Now, you know I couldn't be in Portland, Maine and not stop in to see North Spore.
But we have our mixer here. We get the raw materials up inside. And we have a bunch of these steam tanks lined up. They're connected right into the our steam system, which is over there. It pumps the steam in. Wood lover.
Okay.
It's basically 4 species that are, again, more of the hardwood variety. So our autoclaves, these are going to be nuking the grain, and then the boomers and the wood lovers are going to go into the steam tanks. You bring them up to high temp, and then they produce their endospore so they can live through it. But then we drop the temp back down so that the bacteria blossom again and think that they're fine to proliferate, but then we nuke them again. A bunch of different species. I was saying,
Place is never ending.
So shiitake, mostly shiitake because that's very popular, but we also have a number of the oysters will also grow as
Blue, golden,
plants.
pink. Sorry, I don't have like super amount of time. My flight's in like an hour and a half.
Not to worry.
But
This was a lot of fun though.
I appreciate it. It was nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really cool tour. It's a lot bigger than I thought, but they have a lot of different products. It was really interesting.
Never lets you roll on your back, huh, Sally?
Sally was first to meet Fred. To our surprise, their first exchange sparked an instant connection.
That's waggy tails, that's good.
Good girl, Sally. Good girl, Sally.
A little friendship might help with the healing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Easy, Sally. Gotta be gentle, I know. He just don't feel perfect yet.
From that point forward, Sally became Fred's companion and protector.
I know it, Booty. Sit. My mom is coming for a visit this weekend, so we're putting up a railing. So it's easier for her to get up and down the stairs.
Also for my pop when he comes at the end of
And for Sean's dad, because he's also coming next month. So we're getting them railings up, guys. Would you look at that?
I mean, it's a good temporary railing. This is not permanent, and I've never built a railing before. It's actually kind of wobbly.
I mean, you can put a board across there if you want.
Perfect?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, looks good. Come back down. It looks so cute.
It looks all right. I'll take it though. It's better than what we thought we were going to build for today. So, all right. Mom, you should be safe.
You'll be safe. Major bummer. Made a big mistake with my seedlings, and I put them outside and they were too fragile, and the elements got to them and they got wind blown. Some of them were cooked in the sunlight. It was too strong on them. And this is really heart-wrenching because I've touched every one of these by hand.
You put a lot of work into them, a lot of hours.
Yeah, it's been a good 3 weeks of taking care of these guys, so I'm really bumming hard over this.
Indoors.
Thought I had everything I needed, but it's just not quite enough. I don't have enough power, and I don't have enough space. So we're going to remedy those two things.
Yeah, power is going to be coming up. We have the capability to add more power to our solar system, so we're going to be doing that. But I think first and foremost, let's get the supplies that we need so that we can actually grow healthy seedlings, so that when we do put them outside, they have a better chance of survival.
Yeah, they survive.
If we don't invest in ourselves, we're never going to be successful. And this is important this year, that we grow as much food as we can. That'll save us money in the long run anyway. So I think this is a good investment, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
This is the journey, the tending, the trials, the victories.
It smells amazing. This makes me incredibly happy. This place is going to be so beautiful. It's like making me a little bit emotional because we're doing it. I actually feel like we're doing it.
The promise that what we nurture today will sustain us tomorrow. And so we press forward into the life we had worked so hard to build. As one week ends and another begins, we will continue to become better stewards of this land. This is our journey, our labor of love, and our promise to ourselves. We love you. Keep growing.
Finally.